Amazon Prime's helped to drive sales in the business. It's one of the levers that we use to drive sales, and we would describe it as a supercharger effect. Many of Amazon's most loyal customers, most engaged customers who are buying more often and spending more are Prime customers, and the first thing they're doing when they're searching for product is ticking the Prime filter. So they'll only look at products that are in effect Prime. If you're in the Prime program and you're showing the Prime badge, you're going to be selling more product. And there's two different Prime programs. One is called FBA, which stands for Fulfilment by Amazon. The other is SFP, which is Seller Fulfilled Prime. The first one, Fulfilment by Amazon, FBA, is a program where you inbound your stock and your product into Amazon's fulfillment centers. They'll then store them for you, and when a customer orders them, they'll then dispatch them. The second program is where you have your own fulfillment facility, your own warehouse. And in that case, you may choose to take part in the SFP, or Seller Fulfilled Prime program, where your warehouse in effect becomes a Prime warehouse. On Seller Fulfilled Prime, SFP, we typically see plus 20% volume. And within FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, we typically see plus 30% volume. And the reason for the difference is the cut-off times for next day delivery and the weekend delivery promises are better often on FBA. We typically run about 10% of our very fastest moving ASINs through FBA. The storage space is at a premium, and typically we put in the products that are moving much quicker. The next, let's say 85% of our products, which are in the warehouse, which may not be running that quickly, may not be turning quickly, will be with the Seller Fulfilled Prime program. So still wearing the Prime badge, but contained within our warehouse and being dispatched from our warehouse. My top 5 tips, I'd say firstly experiment, so have a go. So if you're not using it, try it out with a couple of ASINs and see what the impact is and learn as you go. So be experimental is my first tip. Secondly, I'd certainly suggest that within FBA, you keep your stocks to around 4 weeks as a guide. Try not to have too deep a stock within Amazon. You'll end up clogging up Amazon's warehouse and you'll find you've got a lot of working capital tied up there as well. Thirdly, I'd say allow extra time to inbound stock to Amazon's fulfillment centers around peak periods. So this could be in the run up to Prime Day, it could be in the run up to Black Friday, it could be around other times of the year that are busy for Amazon and busy for your product categories. Fourthly, I'd say ensure you have enough stock in your supply chain, because that Prime badge is going to drive sales. Could be a 20 to 30% uplift in sales. If your supply chain is based in the Far East, you could be on a fairly long lead time measured in months, not in weeks. If you're out of stock, no one's shopping your particular ASIN. Your competitors' ASINs may be being shopped, and they're going to start getting ahead of you in the algorithms and in the rankings. So stay in stock's an important one. And then finally, I'd say manage your reviews. So some customers may leave a negative review in relation to their fulfillment experience. Now, if you're using an Amazon fulfillment center, if you get in touch with Seller Central, they will remove that listing for you. Seller Central really is a very important tool. Maintaining your performance metrics at the right levels is important. You can't afford to go into the red. If you do dip into the red, you need to take corrective actions very quickly. I don't think there's anything particularly complicated about these services. They do take time to get used to. And I think it's really about understanding your sweet spot. So which products for which Prime program. And once you've worked how those impact your profitability, you'll then be able to make relevant decisions.